happy to see all of you. This last year has been dizzying. It's had this hum of instability that's political, and it's cultural, and it's social, and it's all punctuated with this feeling, with this realization that we are living in a changed climate. The impacts of climate change are here now. And frankly, the climate crisis is getting worse faster than we are addressing it. But solutions are gaining momentum. They are becoming cheaper. They are becoming more accessible and better. We're figuring out how to deploy them, how to finance them, and that is a great thing, because the fastest path to decarbonization is to deploy the technologies that we have today. And holding that hope and that despair is a lot. And that's where VERGE comes in. VERGE is a nexus for the communities that are actively working to confront the climate crisis. This is a rare place where we can hold the moral imperative to act with the complications of implementation. And this is not just a tech thing. This is a generational opportunity to repower how our world works. We can envision and we can create a world that we want to live in. But we need to move fast. The era of linear, incremental progress for climate actions is behind us. We are now entering an era of yes and for climate action. Yes, we want a livable world, and we want a good life that is accessible to all. Yes, we want to deploy climate tech, and we have got to stop using fossil fuels. Thank you. Yes, we want action, and we need impact. We have a chance to do this better, to repower and empower communities. We have the ability to put human rights and environmental justice and biodiversity and natural systems at the forefront. And all of this requires us to hold the complexities of interconnected systems, to consider unintended consequences in all of our actions that are large and small. And to be clear, none of this is easy. Turns out doing something that has never been done before is really freaking difficult. Who knew how much time and effort it would take to get EV charging infrastructure hooked up? Who knew how much work it could be to get baseline data before we start those building upgrades? And sure, the equipment may be cheaper to run, but how much does it cost to upgrade the facility to get it ready, or to retrain the team? And whether we're talking about food systems or energy systems or transport or buildings, and whether we're talking about fledgling startups or giant companies, getting this right requires so many things to go right. And often the barriers are structural. They're bureaucratic. They're in our own organizations and in our supply chains. They look like a manager who just has like a couple of other priorities first before they get to those sustainability initiatives, or a CFO that just can't quite make the numbers work. Or it looks like a team that likes its current workflow. Thank you very much. In other words, it looks like people stuck in their ways, failing to see the risk of inaction and the opportunity of action. This is not just a technology problem. This is also a people challenge. But all of this is easier if we do it together. If we share with one another, if we partner, if we collaborate, if we commiserate, if we turn to one another and we ask, what's your plan? And what are your barriers? And how can I learn from your successes and your setbacks? And Verge is designed to create these meaningful interactions. We have assembled a team of experts that have put together over 100 sessions across 6 different programs that are all designed to get to the challenges that you in this room have in achieving your goals. We have created more interactive sessions, more small group discussions, more sessions that are just based around being able to meet one another and understand what your challenges are. This year, we are also launching Brain Date, which is an online app that allows us to find the people at this conference better, so you are able to have the conversations that you need. In short, we have curated the conditions for you to learn from experts, from each other, and from the broader Verge community, which is the largest ever, by the way. There will be over 5,000 people this week at the San Jose Convention Center. So yes, this task is huge, and the payback is massive. All of you in this room have tremendous power. As far as I can tell, the private sector is the only sector that is nimble enough to actually be able to prove out technologies at a time frame we need to address the climate crisis. And when you act, things happen. We get policy, capital flows, businesses thrive, jobs are created, communities prosper. And Verge is a catalyst for change. It's an incubator for progress. So let's figure out how to get from here to a resilient and sustainable future. And with that, it is my honor to welcome you all to Verge 23.